We have a computer here.
It's going.
We got it.
Well,
Okay, we're gonna splice in the sound, but hey, why not one more time?
give it a
Um,
try.
we'll go ahead and get our audio started. Here we go, guys. Let's see if it's gonna work.
uh, yeah, I'm not hearing it. It's not recording because I'm not hearing it. So. No, it's being muted because probably because it's digital. Being
Oh
cut
well,
out.
we'll add it later.
Add it later because it's probably it's saying, oh, this is background noise.
Anyways, let me go back to our itinerary at least, so
Itinerary. We gotta do our
I can kind
itinerary.
of
This is
see
this
my
is
notes here.
episode 2 of
Episode
the
two.
Old Guys Popcast.
Hey, I like I told you, I was listening, doing a little independent research, and pulled up another podcast that was on anime, and they were bragging online about how this was their 21st episode, and they said, "Oh, the statistics show that most podcasts only never make it past 3 episodes." So hey, we got a challenge there.
Got a couple more to do. Couple more to do.
Um, give me just a second while I see about. Here we go. All right, perfect. I have my little notes here.
Okay, you're gonna have to send them to me. Just read them off. Read it off the first one.
All right, introductory jingle. I think we just did that, right?
We tried. Yeah.
Introductions. I'm Peter,
Mark.
and we are the OG
OG
Popcast.
Popcast. Yes.
So, what is our goal? Is just giving
Well, it's the giving unwanted or unsolicited fatherly advice
fatherly advice
to
to
the
the next
world, to
generation.
the next generation.
And I
Exactly.
figure since the kids don't listen to me anymore, they only look at their phones. I'm going to go ahead and go on their phones.
Absolutely.
So, there you
Absolutely.
go.
And so when we're gone someday and dead and buried, then they can go back and say, "Oh yeah, I remember this guy. Yeah, this is Dad. Okay."
um, I have an interesting, not observation, but I guess
Oh, hold on. Is that next on the
I
agenda?
don't think it's next on the agenda. I'm going to print this up, Mark, and just send it to you by snail mail. All right.
just
It says how to reach out to us, right? That's what I said. So
yeah, we don't.
go
Nobody
on
reach out to us. Do
go
not
on
reach out.
YouTube or on Spotify if you're listening to the audio here, and just remember, smash that like button and subscribe and send us a comment.
But remember, we lie, so we really don't mean that because no comments, no nothing. I don't want to hear or read anything. I'm not gonna, keep your opinions to yourself. I will share my opinion gladly, but keep yours to yourself.
I uh I was supposed to get a pop joke and I completely forgot it. How about you?
No, yeah, hold on. Do I have one? I don't have one. I had one. I'm terrible with jokes. First of all, I would mangle it and destroy it if I ever put one out there. But I remember hearing one the other day, and if it ever comes to me, I will repeat it. But it was a dumb dad joke. So we don't have dad jokes this week. Uh-oh.
That's
We're
terrible.
slipping
We're gonna have to
already.
find one. I'm gonna have to splice in a dad joke when I remember one.
Okay, throw in a dad joke
All
later
right.
because insert
So
dad joke here.
observations of the day. Now
That
this
was you. Okay.
this is as you can probably see if you're watching this, or if you're listening, you probably can hear that my daughter's boyfriend now lent me his very fancy Audio Technica microphone and headphones. So I'm coming to you. I won't say wireless, wired, I guess, but
High tech.
high tech. Here we go. Now I'm feeling like I'm on a podcast. No, it was
Yeah, I'm using the plain old computer microphone, and if you guys can tell the difference,
there you go.
keep it to yourself. I don't care.
I can
Okay.
definitely tell the
So your
difference.
observation.
So my observation, it's more of I guess my dream. All right. So
Oh,
first I'm gonna just say today was my birthday. Happy birthday
is
to me.
happy
I'm gonna
birthday.
let people know 62 years old, 62
Yeah.
years young. Anyways, and this morning before I got up. I think it was actually, remember, TMI, but this is an OG old guys podcast. So usually I have to get up at least once in the night to go use the bathroom.
Most people do. So yeah,
Anyways,
sometimes
so
twice.
right before I woke up at about 5 a.m.
I texted you a
Well, it
happy
was
birthday.
before. It was before
Oh
you
yeah,
texted me
before.
at 5:47. You texted me your time.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was 5 a.m., but it was already almost 6 here.
that's true.
But I woke up right about 5, but I had a dream that I remembered. And all the details are escaping me, but I think I was somewhere at a conference. I was doing something that was maybe his family member. I can't remember, Mark, if you were there or my
You
wife
said
was
that it was
there.
dad, a dream of dad.
But yeah, it was like I was suddenly, thinking that, oh yeah, I've got to meet dad. And I found myself outside at like a park bench, and I was sitting down, at the table, and suddenly our dad shows up. He was probably, somewhere when he was in his 50s or 60s, had a tan like he always did,
Always did. Yeah.
and he enjoyed the outdoors. And he I was telling him about, wow, how much stress I'm having now. And I'm not going to say it was due to world politics or it was due to family issues or kids or whatever, but I was just relaying to him that, oh man, things are really stressful. And he just said, it's all right. It's all right if you're experiencing some stress. Just, you know, let it, it'll pass. Even this will pass. And he leaned over and he gave me a kiss on my forehead. And it was just that one act kind of made my stress all disappear. And the act, even if it's in my dream, of a dad kissing their child on the forehead is as healing as anything else, a smile or a hug, to just
Yeah.
know that you're okay, as a reassurance, a
Yep.
kiss on the forehead from your dad.
Yep.
So maybe for folks who don't have, dads out there, or haven't got them, just maybe in your dream, your dad will come and give you a kiss on the forehead and
And make things better.
make things better. That's what
And
it's about. That was
if
my
nowhere
observation for
else,
the day.
if nowhere else, they make things better in here. And
Exactly.
that's half the problem most of the time is that you are your own worst enemy and putting up roadblocks or stressing over things you don't need to. If there's some way we could get out of it, most people do it with alcohol
And
or
whatever,
drugs.
but a
If there's
kiss
a way
on,
to get out of it, like love, like what you're talking about, wow, that's power.
yeah.
That's good stuff.
So yeah, my dad came to me this morning, gave me a kiss on the forehead, and boy, that made everything that much better. So there you go. Observation. Dads,
Observation
if
for
you're
the day.
listening to this, kiss your child on the forehead, all right?
Yes,
You can't
yes.
underestimate the power of love. Anyways,
Yep.
so what are we going to talk about as far as our past projects, old projects? Here,
Old projects.
I've got something to show.
Okay, what's this? The part of the
Here we
Musashi?
go. This is the
Musashi.
Yamato. it's
Oh, you got
it's
got
not
some
even
paint.
anywhere close to being finished. I've just painted part of the hull, and I've got more paints here, which that was just a primer coat underneath.
Yeah.
Got some gray that I'm going to try to simulate the Imperial Japanese Navy's gray,
Yep.
and then finally a little hull red
Yep.
will hopefully, get at least the bottom part of the ship taken care of.
Yeah. We'll insert here my progress, which is the front turret is done for my Yamato, not the Musashi, but the Yamato. So
And we'll try to get a video of this, maybe spliced into this Zoom
oh
meeting.
yeah, we will.
Put it,
I've put it up so we can use it to splice it in. So
yeah.
splice in mine to show that
Okay.
I'm doing some progress also, just not in front of me right here. Yeah.
So, how about future projects?
Future project. Well, we won't talk about my boat yet because
No, 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 no
it's
boat
still
yet.
unknown, so we're not talking about that.
Mark,
My condo. need to finish that
Oh
still.
boy,
Work on it.
that's you're talking about, home improvement here. I'm talking about simple things. Here, I'm going to bring my next project here. Michelle said that, boy, you want to put people to sleep, then talk about this. So here, if you guys are listening to this at night, this will definitely help with your sleep. I'm going to be right
Okay.
back. Mark, keep them entertained for 2 minutes.
I don't know if I can keep him entertained for 2 minutes. You got pants on? Make sure you got pants on. Okay, you do. No, we're here to talk, give advice, go through our agenda of things, or not agenda, our list of things that we want to talk about, and pass on stories to our children and children's children and generations to come, and any future AI that want to, find out what old guys think.
What old guys
Old guys
think.
think.
All right, here we are. So, my future project is teach everybody how to tie a bow tie.
A bow tie. Yeah. Okay. Future, or are you
There
gonna
you
do it
go.
now?
I'm gonna work on that.
Oh, you're
How
gonna.
we can get, bow tie put together. And my goodness, I tell you what, that's not easy. And then also, there's a million and one videos out there about how to tie a tie.
You're around
We'll
your
do
cord.
the
You're around the cord.
I know. I'm ready to do myself in.
You
I'm
know, I know how to tie. I haven't worn one since. Well, no, I did wear one for a wedding this summer.
I
But
was
I
gonna
tell you,
say
my
it's
idea was also, which I haven't seen yet, but I've seen similar things, is basically a tie already tied with a Velcro strap connection at the back. So that we don't have to worry about it. You put it
well,
on, Velcro it, and also it can never be used as a weapon against you. Someone grabs you by
I
the
know.
tie, it comes right off.
It comes
So
right off. That's a security guard tie.
yeah.
But one day, and men and women in the future, women may be wearing just as many ties. Your choice of color, your choice of patterns is going to be up to
It's
you.
called a
But
scarf.
but we're going to be, maybe even learning how to do an ascot. I'm going to talk about the single Windsor versus the double
Double.
Windsor,
Yep.
and we'll try to make it so that it'll be done in, 3 easy steps.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the rabbit goes over, under, through the hole,
There you go.
down.
That's a good looking tie. Here we go.
Yeah, a little off. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, so
Well,
tying is a future project. Okay.
that's an old guy art that is dying off, and
Oh yeah.
not too many people do anymore.
Yep. Yep. Um, what else is on our agenda?
Well, what's going on? Thanksgiving is coming up. You doing anything
That's true.
exciting? Anything
No,
different
we're
with the
still, Mary and
turkey?
I are trying to recover from illnesses of all sorts, and we're just trying to make it to the Lions and Bears game on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. So, can you believe the price of the tickets? This is what just blows me away. We spent over $500 each on tickets
For a football game?
for a football game. Holy smokes! It's like,
Mark,
when did that happen?
when you're spending over $1,000 for a concert ticket to
Oh,
go
that's,
see
yeah, that's
an
generous
artist,
of
that
some
yeah,
people.
500 seems like a deal.
Prices have
No.
just, as old guys, you will always complain. I remember when gasoline was 25 cents a gallon.
Oh man, I remember when you can go to a music rock concert for $35.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
You
the
can barely see a
prices,
movie these days.
we get left behind, and we're always reminiscing about the old days, and they're never coming back. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So
Part of getting old.
we're
You got to
trying.
embrace getting old.
There you go. So
Enjoy the steps of life, because you have no other option. You can fight it, but what's the point of being angry and hating everything all your
oh
life?
yeah. So we are on our side of the family looking at trying to get out to the mountains. I've always wanted to go. Remember when we were kids growing up, Mark, and
We
we used to go
always
up
went.
there
Yeah.
to, either Mammoth or Big Bear or something like that, to
Yeah.
a cabin. I think it was Mammoth Mountain. We went a couple of times for Thanksgiving,
Oh,
and
many times, many
and
times.
it
I remember
sure
that.
seemed like there was a lot more snow in the mountains in those days. But
Oh,
oh,
there was. Yeah. Thanksgiving was like the first big weekend or whatever of skiing. I
of
mean,
skiing.
usually it opened earlier, but That was the big one where all the snow was there, and I
Yeah.
mean, we were young. There was plenty of snow.
It
Yeah,
seemed like this day and age, if they get snow by Christmas, they're lucky.
I know. I know.
Anyways,
Nuts.
so so we're gonna be just going up here locally on my side of the country, and we're gonna actually see about doing a catered Thanksgiving dinner. In other words, the
Nice.
restaurant at the place we're staying at has to go like already prepared meals. You can have a choice of different sides and desserts, but it has the turkey, the gravy, the stuffing, the dinner rolls, everything for feeding 6 to 8 people. You just pay your money, pick it up, and you're all set.
Yeah.
So,
So things,
so Thanksgiving is
life
around the
is
corner,
changing. Yeah.
and then after that, the holidays, and then after that, a new year.
I hope it's a better one than this year. This year was one of the best years and one of the worst years. Just saying. Okay,
Yeah.
what's next on the agenda?
What's next on the agenda? How about we said old business. We were going to be doing your follow up on the old projects, presenting new
We did.
projects. We just did that. Proposing any future projects. Any ideas?
Future, no, I mean we've got some going, which are the models and
Hey, I got a couple here that I'm going to present just
okay.
as suggestions. And guys, if you find that, oh man, I want to know more about it, send us a comment. If you're saying no way, that's ridiculous. I'm going to be doing one on again, it'll probably be added on. It won't be as we're talking to each other, but how to change a bicycle tire.
Bicycle tire, yes, that is a good
So
one.
hopefully, you won't like, have a car fall on you or break, have your
Something
foot
simple.
crushed by trying to do a car tire, but leave that to the professionals. But I think most of us have probably not changed a bike tire in probably 20 years, if not more.
If not more.
And sometimes these tires, especially when you get old, I have a bicycle whose tires just completely dry rotted. It started
Well,
laminating as I was riding it. So I got some new tires. I'm gonna hopefully record it so I can show you guys how to change a bike tire in the future.
but well, the future though of bicycles is the electric bikes. I tell you, they're everywhere here,
Oh yeah.
everywhere.
But
So
what is it doing? I mean, you're basically now taking away the last bit of exercise that we have
I know
to
we're gonna
go ride
become
a bike around.
we're gonna become those blob people from what
the
was it?
the Wall-E.
Wally, that was it. I was gonna say Evie or whatever, but Evie, but yeah,
It,
Wally.
it was Wall-E, all right, where humans have
We're
just
on our way.
completely
I
run
mean,
out of
that's
touch.
what I'm thinking with this AI thing where they now have the meta glasses where you can talk to your glasses to get facial recognition or, oh, where does this product come from? Where can I buy it? That's the next step of getting off your phone and the chip in the back of your head. They're starting with the
It's already
glasses. You won't
there.
be able to live without your
And
special
and
glasses.
and there's Skylink that's gonna, keep you all connected.
Exactly. Exactly.
to,
So
to the Google, as they call it on Pearls Before Swine.
exactly. So when they come for you for that to insert that chip, you gotta make a big decision there.
Do you
We'll
want to
see.
do you want to become part of the metaverse?
The metaverse, the Borg, whatever. The
Oh, crazy
singularity.
stuff. I don't
The
know.
singularity. Yes.
That's
But either
that
way,
that that's almost a little
moving
too
on.
too dark there. I think the next thing I have here is fax checks. Is any fax checks that need to be done?
Not in the slightest. No, never.
I do want to just mention, I think we were talking about it,
What?
and you're gonna give me the date, but when dad passed. So how powerful our memories are, that I felt like I had my dad here, with me in the room this morning, and he passed away, I think almost 14 years ago. Wasn't it? Wasn't it
14 years ago. I thought it was 2005.
was it 2010 or was it
I thought it was
2000?
2005. I could be wrong. When did Jaja die? When did he pass?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. But all I
I
know
thought
is
he was
that
in like 97 or something like that, but maybe he was 2005. I don't remember now.
maybe.
No, hold on, hold on. Jaja passed I was out of the country at the time. Could have been 2005. I thought Dad passed 2005. You know, you got the computer up. We can do some fact checking because his obituary is still online. Just look up his
Yeah,
obituary.
I know. I got my phone here. I tell you what,
Yeah,
my obituary. Oh, I'll just let you know we were at the zoo looking at some of our relatives.
yeah. There you go.
Now there's the real OG.
Yeah, big time.
He's
Orangutan.
the old guy in the forest.
And here we're introducing a new member to this
Oh yeah,
to this pop.
Sasha's
Although she's not an old guy, she's a young
she's
woman.
a young
So
pup.
young pup. Sasha is her name. A golden who just loves to be scratched behind the ears
Yep.
and just part of always in the camera.
I've got here Jadek, which stands in Polish for grandfather,
Yeah.
passed August 15th of 1997.
I was right. Did I say that?
97.
Did I
So
say 97? I
no,
said
you
97,
said
98. So then dad must have been 2005.
so it must have been 2005. Yeah.
Yeah. So check that one.
So
See, I don't need fact checking. My memory's so good. No,
um
none.
so anyways, yeah, so it was almost okay, maybe almost
20 years ago.
20 years ago, almost 20 years ago that he passed.
Yep.
But memory's still there. It's
Oh,
amazing.
absolutely. I still have dreams of mom periodically,
It's
and
been a
they
while.
are
It's been a while since
also,
I've dreamt of her. That I must admit.
and
She used to
it's
come to
also,
me.
like you said, very powerful and very emotional usually, but very calming, you know, and makes me happy. It brings like satisfaction or happiness or calmness to me that just, sometimes I get to talk to her. And of course I forget most 99.9% of it. All I remember is the feeling and that she was there.
You know what's interesting? Last night I'm just triggering. Why would I think of Dad suddenly? We watched the Harry Potter movie, the first one,
Oh,
the
okay.
Harry Potter and the Philosopher's
Oh,
Stone,
Philosopher's Stone, yeah.
and in it he has the mirror of Ezran, basically
Yes,
the mirror he
yes.
wants to, what he would love to see, and he was seeing his parents in the
His
mirror,
parents, yes.
and so who knows? Maybe that subconscious triggered, my memories of Dad.
The memories of Ezra,
There
yes.
you go. Anyways, I
Well,
think we should probably start wrapping things up here.
were
But
we gonna cover the story, family story?
well, there was a famous
Jadek?
story. Did you want to talk about?
Well, remember you talked about the one with Jadek in
Yeah.
World War II? How our family survived World War II?
Do you want to bring that one up? And
No, it's,
yeah, I
you
think
you brought it
that's
up, so
reasonable. I wasn't sure if that was maybe a little too raw or too
Jack,
real, but
we've already gotten pretty dark in this one. It's it's
no,
it's sort of like that Odyssey, what you call it, Doctor Odyssey or whatever. It's
there you
gotten
go.
dark. It's
Anyways,
gotten
we won't get
dark.
into that too much unsolicited advertisement, I guess.
Yeah, but it's gone
So
dark.
yeah, maybe another story to pass down to our kids or to the next generation about
Yeah.
the power of family.
Yes.
So our mom's side of the family were in Poland during the German occupation during World War II, and
In Warsaw.
they lived in Warsaw for a good part of that, and obviously Warsaw ended up experiencing quite a bit of the brunt of the the war's destruction, like
Yeah.
many cities throughout Europe, but
Hmm.
especially during the Warsaw Uprising, which was toward the latter
Yeah.
half of the war,
Yeah.
when the Red Army was approaching Warsaw, and the
Yeah.
story was that they were there
And this
was
is a story passed on to us, in our memory, but passed on to us by our aunts and uncle. But this is the way we remember it being
this is the
told.
way we remember it, and so again, the dates I'm not sure of, the exact locations I'm not sure of, but this has been something that our family members have correlated. Even my aunt, who was too small, heard this story from her mom,
Yeah.
from other relatives.
Oh, they were ultimately part of it. Yeah. So
But they were living in Warsaw during the uprising, and there was the uprising were a number of freedom fighters, partisans, patriots had decided to make life difficult for the Germans in the latter stages of the occupation because the Russians were, about ready to liberate Warsaw. And supposedly they were promised that, if you, help us with getting the Germans out of the city, we will, help you in terms of reestablishing your government. Well, I guess that was misrepresentation. And I guess if you go back into the facts, the Red Army basically stood by and allowed the Germans to essentially, now that the freedom fighters had presented themselves to, take out the resistance fighters and also end up taking out on the civilians in town and essentially bombed out almost the entire city.
And murdered so many people.
But that, the story was, I guess, that when there was a attack on a German, troops or soldiers, and German soldiers were killed, they retaliated by rounding up, civilians and basically executing them in the street. And one day the Germans came to the apartment where my family was living at, including my grandfather, and took all the men, all the adult men out into the street and lined them up as part of this retaliation.
Against the wall, yeah.
And my grandmother, at the last second, she had 3 young children, daughters, let the one, I think my aunt, who was old enough to, run out to my grandfather.
And, to her father, yeah.
And then the smallest one she put in his hands, and he had 3 girls with him when they were ready to basically execute, all the men. And there was a German sergeant that you said, I don't remember this part of the story.
What I understood was a German sergeant, or the person in charge of the firing squad, basically said, to him, "You're a coward. Get the hell out of here." Because he was holding his children. And obviously the German guy didn't want to, he had family or something and didn't want to kill this guy who had the young children. So he told him to get out of line and get out of there.
And supposedly all the other men there in the building were unfortunately executed.
Yeah. So
and that's how my grandfather survived, and probably how my mom and my
family, how our family survived. Yeah,
all survived.
And you just never hear these things, but it was just a miracle that helped our family.
Helped our family make it here to the States. So that's again some of the background that I've been raised with, and
where we came from.
We'll pass on to our not only children but our grandkids.
Yep.
On a lighter note,
with that one, yes,
we are here, and we are alive, and we are thriving, and we are looking forward to surpassing that the statistics of only 3 episodes of the podcast.
We will. We'll make more than 3. So what's on the agenda for closing?
I hope we'll at least get the battleships built before we're done.
We will. It might take a couple of years, but we'll get them.
All right. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and see if it'll one more time play my podcast here. Ready?
It'll play it for you, but won't record because it's a computer sound.
You don't hear it?
Nope. Not in the slightest. It's canceling it as background noise.
Now can you hear it?
Nope.
All right.
It doesn't like it.
Well, at least we know where it goes.
We know where it goes. Yeah, exactly. Right here.
All right, guys.
Now the big question is, did we actually record something and is it stored somewhere?
We'll find out when we get off of here and I go look for the file.
Okay. Love you much.
Take care.
Take care. We'll have a little more excitement next episode, because hopefully I'll have a boat to talk about.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting some videos of that.
Still no word. We'll see.
All right.
Love you.
I'm signing off.